Man, it's been a while since I've done recording with my mic. Oh, got him. I'm staying with these shotguns. First down. That's all I needed right there. Touchdown! I put a freaking pass play.
So the defense gets this sideline situation, but who has less pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two? I truly believe the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire play wide open, but 2 yard line, you can run it, you can throw it. So it's gonna
Don't you take the touchback. Come on. I'm up 13 up. 13 zip. Yeah, I'm up 13 zip.
half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Football going back to the Bucks. This is a Bucks team that made a late run to get the record back to being a little bit respectable, but they were really done in by a 3-7 start. Talked about Jameis earlier, but they're right near the top of the league in passing offense, mid-20s or so in rushing, so toward the bottom of the league there. Defensively, they're right at the top in run defense, right at the bottom in pass defense. So sounds simple, but where do you think they look to improve come the offseason?
Well, it has to be defense overall, because even though it looks like the run defense is stout, the reason they're at the bottom in pass defense is they're not good at it, so people throw the football. They just don't even bother to run it. Why do it? Let's just put the ball in the air and make big plays downfield. They are a pressure package team on defense. Continue to have the pass rushers getting after the quarterback. Shaquille Barrett had a monster year for Tampa Bay. So if he can continue that, can they get more people to help him out? And offensively, they're on the right track.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Off the play fake, Winston. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll throw again. Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. From the gun, Winston. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
54 Mike.
Following the interception, Winston finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Play action now, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Graham, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, Barber. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Evans.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines of the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those 2 teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Throwing now is Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the 1st quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Jameis now on 1st down. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And take it right at the 35. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere in his ear. Get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go counter with Howard. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive the coach.
Alshon Jeffrey, touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 50 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. He gets this one to Johnson. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jordan Leggett, the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Evans. And he caught it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taking it about the 16. Shreds the tackle. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get your set. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. Rodney McLeod that time, able to knock it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Wentz to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late.
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly.
There.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.